Let's welcome Darren Gough to the studio. Goughy, how are you?
Yes, I'm okay, mate. Good to see you. I've not seen you for a long time.
No, I know. No, you still got the 4 lawnmowers?
I sold a couple. I've just got
did
sold a couple. Well, I gave one away. It was a classic, actually. You'd look right up your street, this. He
Here
came,
we go. Okay.
And I said to him, look, I bought a new one off him, one of those mulchers now that it just swallows the grass. Basically.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Yeah,
so I love that.
okay.
I said, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You can take that one away anyway, the old one, because that's 10, 12 years old now. And I said, that's totally gone. He said, oh, I've got another one there. You've got a talkSPORT badge on it. I said, yeah. I said, what, do you want to buy it? He said, well, it's not worth any money, mate. It's rubbish.
branded.
He said, but I'll take it away. I'll take it away. And I played golf 3 weeks later. This is honest truth, Max. And the guy says, "Oh, I've got your old lawnmower. I bought it off a local dealer in Milton Keynes."
Yeah.
I went, "Which one?" He said, "Oh, it had talkSPORT branding on it, like a sticker." I went, "Oh, you told me you were going to scrap that and it was worth nothing."
Sold it.
So I've not seen it.
You've been had there, Goughy.
I've been had, mate. I've been had, but he's going to
If
get
you'd
it. when I
taken the
see-
sticker off, it would have been worth more.
Yeah, it was actually a decent lawnmower. It was too quick. I'll tell you why I had to get rid of it.
What was it? A Kubota? What was it?
No, I can't remember what it was, but a Mackenzie or something like that.
Yeah.
But the lady who comes and does my grass, she's only small,
Oh, right.
and she couldn't reach the pedals. So she crashed it a couple of times, like leaning forward.
Right.
And it's one of them where if your weight's not on the seat, it cuts out, right?
Right.
So
It's
she
not
was
child-
laid back
child
into
labour.
it and pressing on the accelerator,
Yeah.
and she kept going through the fencing. So we couldn't use it anymore.
She's done it before. You've not just employed someone who's...
She's really small. And I mean small.
Yeah, wow. Some blocks.
Jimmy Cranky is
We put
doing
blocks
Darren
on.
Gough's garden. This is
Who's
amazing. Anyway,
mowing Darren's garden is our new text topic.
let's talk about the cricket, Goughy. England, Australia finished 326 for 8. Jofra Archer got 3 for 29. By far the pick of the bowlers. I mean, the main headline is the Snicko not working. It is it is what it is, right?
It's
But
so
a real
Australian,
bummer.
Max. You
It's such a
listen.
bummer,
You live
innit?
over there, mate. Now it's so Australian, isn't it? I see. Back when we toured in the 90s, the umpires basically just said, "Oh, I didn't see it," or "I didn't hear it." I mean, even when in '98, you remember, for people who are cricket fans, they'll remember '98. We went over there, and we were going to win, and we were going to draw the series 2-2. We'd just won in Melbourne. It would have been fantastic. I got the hat-trick in Sydney at that same game.
Yeah.
Michael Slater was run out by 3 yards. And somehow they found one bit of footage that showed them where somebody were blocking the view. But even with blocking the view, you could still see he was 1.5 yards away from getting in. And they gave him benefit of the doubt.
And what happens in the dressing room afterwards? Does someone have to? Does a captain go and say to the umpire or the
Manager
match
would have gone
referees? The manager goes there, and
As
so
soon
with,
as it
with this, when there's proof, it must drive him mad.
Well, and what can you do? The decision's been made. It showed no Snickometer. To be honest, when they saw it, they didn't look overly convinced, England themselves. So it must have been a little one.
Right? Yeah.
But I love it how Carey come out and said, "Oh yeah, I nicked it." Oh, I love that. It's so Alex Carey, isn't it? He really knows how to wind England.
Well, when
up.
you've got away with it, you would say, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll be honest now. Back in the day, '97, I'll do it. So first, I was on 99,
Oh right, yeah.
and Sean Pollock was bowling at me, and I nicked it at keeper, and the umpire knew I nicked it, but he gave me not out, and he winked at me because he wanted me to get 100. Next ball, I smashed Pollock for 4 to get 100. So I'm admitting it. I nicked it
It's
on
a
99.
century with an
Take it off me.
with an
That's really
asterisk.
good.
Take
I
it
love
off
the
me,
idea
Matt.
of. I love the idea of Steve Buckner really slowly winking at you like this. Benning is just going, there you go, it's all okay.
owed me
It's a wonderful moment for Carey, right? He lost his dad in September, and it's Adelaide's his home ground, and he did bat. He batted absolutely brilliantly, and I don't know what you think, Goughy. I think that's a really encouraging day. Like, we're in a situation now where England could lose the Ashes in any day they play. And we didn't lose it today. We fought hard. Archer bowled well. I think the Australian wickets, a lot of them were soft, which we haven't really seen for the rest of this tour. But we kept on plugging away. And I think you have to chalk it down as a good day.
Yes, well, we're still in it after one day, which has got to be a good day. Normally, I think all I've asked for going into day 2, when I watch it tonight, all I'm going to ask for, and this is a small target, England, try and get to the second new ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Get to the second new ball. That's to bat 80 overs. See if you can manage that, guys.
Yeah.
If you can bat 80 overs, we're in this game. We're definitely in this game. We can bat 80 overs.
But that's not how they're told to bat, is it, Goughy?
It's
not how they're
to
told
be
to
honest,
do it.
both teams play an aggressive brand of cricket. Australia tend to be a little bit more intelligence into the way to play. They pick moments of the game where they know they have to dig in.
Yeah.
Today was the first time Australia kind of played some ridiculous poor shots. I mean, you look at Labuschagne, you look at Khawaja getting caught in the boundary, you even look at Carey, fine 100, but
Careless.
that shot there, I mean, and the two at the start, Weatherall, what was that shot?
Yeah.
And
odd, wasn't
head.
it?
So realistically, the first 4 wickets were all miss-it shots from. So they've given England a sniff. 320 odd, I don't know the exact figure, what is it? 326 for 8, right?
Yeah.
Is a good day for England. To get them 8 down on a hot day, flat pitch in Adelaide, we're in the game.
Okay.
We're in the game after day 1. I like that.
And there's been so much talk about Archer, and he did bowl well today, and he bowled because actually his first the pitch looked really, the first 2 balls, the ball died on its way to Smith, and I was like, oh no, we're done here. But actually he really did. He picked it up, he bowled well, and he came back again. It wasn't just like 5 overs. I was really impressed. I was really pleased for him.
How many people, when the score was 30 for none after 5 overs, thought I'm switching this off? They're going to get 400 for 2 today. Well, England came back well. Archer was excellent. Now, a little bit of a negative, not a negative for that, but if I'm trying to be positive here, because I'm obviously I want England to win this Test match. But if Archer looked $1 million on that pitch, he had a bit of tennis ball bounce. There was a little bit in it. It definitely turned and bounced. You look at some of the dismissals as well from Will Jacks, who went for a few, but he got a little bit of turn and bounce and got harder as the day went on. And with the temperature set to rise again tomorrow, I am a little bit concerned because if Archer, who's our one gun bowler, can bowl like that, they've got Stark.
Yeah.
Cummins is coming back after a long time out, 4 months out, so we'll have to see how he rocks up. And Boland, who we know puts it on a
Yeah.
So I'm not getting too carried away yet, but I said first target, try and bat 80 overs because we've done 33, I think 77 and 76.
Yeah, we seem to bowl at the stumps a bit more today than we have been.
Well, after the first hour, we did.
Yeah.
The first hour was poor, wasn't it? But Cass, he swung the ball, but just bowled too short. And then, as normally happens when you're swinging it, you try and do too much with it, and then you end up going the other way and get cut. But Stokes is a magnificent performer. He led from the front. He took the second new ball, which might have surprised a lot of people. But Cass wasted it really, didn't he, this morning? So, like I say, you always judge a game when both teams are battered on it. So we're in the game after day 1.
Yeah.
Positivity.
Let's go.
Let's see what we're like on day 2.
Stay with us, Goughy, please. On the subject of my buttocks were exposed. Happened to me today, Goughy, at the swimming pool. Kevin Birmingham writes, recently I was waiting at Carlisle Station to Birmingham along with my bike. I was told to wait at the end of the platform where the front of the train would stop, as this was where the compartments for bikes would go. When the train pulled in, the bike compartment was at the rear of the 9-carriage train. I quickly started to hurry along the train to the back of it. In my haste, the drawstring on my shorts caught on the handlebars of the bike, causing my shorts to slip down and expose my rear end.
There it was.
Much to the amusement of the passengers on the train and rail staff on the platform. It was like a scene from Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, says Kev. Keep those coming, please.
Yes, please.
1889 at Max
I mean,
Rushden.
Goughy's a professional cricketer. I was going to say he's born with his bum out, but then I realised we
To be
were
honest,
all
mate,
born with our bums out.
the humour of cricketers is very much that when you're doing an interview is to pull your shorts down. So exposing our buttocks.
I've got my bum out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, that is just that's this is what I'm trying to make here is the difference between this very highbrow, clever text topic and that kind of sporty banter. We're better than that. Anyway, it's lovely to have Darren Gough in the studio.
Brilliant.
Steve Harmison was on the Following On podcast alongside John Norman after the first day of the Test, and he said tomorrow is an important day for one England batsman in particular.
It's a big innings for Harry Brook in the context of this series. But also, the context of his career as well. Responsibility, vice-captain, 30-odd Test matches. Harry Brook needs to stand up because, yes, he's averaging 50, but can you do it in a big series away from home? He's done it in Pakistan, done it in New Zealand, not chance to India. This will be a big statement of Harry Brooks to go and make a big score in this game and get England back in the series.
Best reaction to every day of the third test. You can check out the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel and the following on podcast. I mean, we haven't got the 2 wickets yet, Goughy, so I'm loath to start talking about our innings. But look, it's big for him, but it's big for
Ollie Pope.
Duckett hasn't got a run yet. Pope needs it. We need 2 of them to get centuries and just somehow just go on. Someone just get 500.
Well, firstly, that was a very positive 30 seconds from Harmy, because he has been off his long run for the last 3 weeks, hasn't he? He has totally lost the plot with his management.
Fair enough, right?
And Bazball. Yeah, and fair play to him. He has been highly critical. But I think he's got it slightly wrong there. I'm with you. I think it's a big day, not just for Harry Brook. He does average 57. He's got a little bit of leeway, right? He said he's going to rein it in, so let's wait and see. But I think it's a big day for Crawley, Duckett and Pope more than anything. The top 3 is massive. Get past the new ball. On that pitch, you've got to be thinking 3 figures. The good players get in on these pitches and they get big ones. If Smith would have played and got in there, he would have, my word, I wouldn't even want to think if he'd have been playing in this game. He got past, first 20 balls, he's going on and getting 100 on that pitch. If Joe Root's the same, gets past that first 10, 20 balls, I expect Joe Root to get a big score as well.
And also, not just to get the runs. I can't remember who I saw. So somebody after the game was talking about this, saying, look, Archer, he needs a day off now. Like, that's what the bowlers need. He needs to be given 5 pillows and put in a dark room and say, listen, you don't have to do anything. Like, get these 2 wickets, knock them off, and then the bowlers can just lie down. Like, Cass is exhausted. Like, he gives every delivery. It's sort of like, he gives absolutely everything. These guys are exhausted.
Not as much as Goughy gave it. I mean, Goughy gave it absolutely everything at all times.
Every day,
and was never
now
ever
look
tired.
At him, and look at what it's done to him.
Exactly.
And,
metal all over my body. The difference is now, Max, and Army agrees with me on this. We've talked about this. In test matches now, just the way they train and do everything, they're very fit to go in the gym.
Yeah.
But let's be straight about this. They can't bowl back-to-back 20 overs first innings, 20 overs second innings. They can't do it. They can't do it. Archer can't do it at the minute. He's hardly played any cricket. Wood can't do it. Just to get 11 overs out of Wood was hard work, like pulling teeth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
What's the
Cass
difference?
is the same, because the train now in the gym, a lot of work's in their gym. They don't bowl overs. They don't play 4-day cricket. You look at the overs going into this test series that they're bowled. Stokes had not bowled in a first-class game. Archer had not bowled in a first-class game. Wood had not bowled in a first-class game.
Yeah.
Atkinson had bowled 66 overs, I think. The only one who had played was Potts. And guess what? He's not playing.
Yeah.
He's there, but he's not played a game, and he won't play a game.
Physically in their body. It's not.
They can't do it. They can't do it because these days they prepare for 3-day matches. In our day, you had to prepare for 5-day matches, and we were almost like marathon runners. But now they're trained to sprint.
With the greatest of respect, some of the cricketers from the 80s and 90s.
Well, do you remember David Boone?
We all like good
David Boone won the Boston Marathon in 1994.
When Mike Gatting ran that marathon, when he ran that marathon.
Hey, Gatt was a good runner.
I apologise.
It might surprise you that people like Lamb, Gooch, Gatt.
Yeah.
Because all they used to do back then, they didn't really go in a gym, right? Was run.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them, remarkably good runners. And you've seen Beefy walk. He walks quicker than I run.
I'm not throwing any shade on Mike Gatting. He's more responsible than I ever will be. It was a cheap shot.
But for him to have a 2 hour 15 PB in the marathon,
it's unbelievable.
It really surprises me. I mean, the pressure is. I mean, it's so fascinating.
I mean,
to
like
see how...
like a lot of marathon runners, some of them have booed themselves in the street.
That is true. What I thought was interesting, Goughy, when Stokes, because it's going to be so interesting to see how England bat. And when Stokes, obviously, he dug in with Will Jacks in the last test.
Yeah.
And I think because we were all so desperate to see some England player do something good, we were like, oh, this is amazing. And then he came out and he was a bit more self-reflective and a bit more critical. And we just thought that's what we wanted to hear that. And then I heard Sam Perry on the Grade Cricketer podcast, which is a really good podcast, saying, look, if you're Ollie Pope, you've had years of someone saying, hit on the up. hit on the up, go harder. And now he's just dug in when the game's dead and then said, I'm not sure about our mentality. Are you thinking, well, hang on a sec, mate, you've been telling me to do what I've been doing for years.
But also, Matt, on that point, for the whole of county cricket, I'm assuming they've been told, if you want to get selected for England, this is how you play. So they're coming through and playing like that. You're
both right. And that's why a lot of ex-cricketers, or has-beens, as we've been called, a lot of guys, but county cricket now is irrelevant because you're not picked on your county cricket performances. Some guys are going on the A tour having never played a first-class game because they said, I saw him bowling the nets and he can bowl at 83 miles an hour. They've got a speed gun on you. If he bowls at 84 miles an hour. And I heard, I'm not even going to mention his name, but one of our management group said that, look, I think we all know now there's no place in Test cricket for a guy who bowls at 78 miles an hour with a keeper stood up. Well, I don't know if you're watching, but Nisa in the last Test match got 5 for with a keeper stood up. Because if you've got skills and you've got quality, you get wickets. Jimmy Anderson was never a 90 miles an hour bowler. And a lot of people would say he's the best bowler that's ever been for England. You know?
So that makes it even more interesting to see how England approach their first innings tomorrow.
I still think they'll play a positive brand. What we might see is if we are 20 for 3.
when
we might see.
Coffee, you're being positive. We need you.
I'm always positive, mate. I'm always positive. If we are 20 for 3, Max said when.
Yeah.
If we are 20 for 3, we might see Harry Brook just block a few and get to 10 or 20 before he plays his reverse sweeps.
Yeah.
I think that's what he means.
No ramp shots till 30.
Yeah. Do you think that if England lose badly in this test, that there will be a sort of massive, like someone's head
They're
will
going into hiding. They'll all go except the captain.
Do you think?
I think
McCullum, Key.
It has to be because I think Bazball, whatever he says he don't like it, but I think he does because it's talked about. Bazball, it's his brand, right? That's what he's all about. Brendan, he's a very positive person. He wants to play this. It's like, oh yeah, we'll have a beer and go watch horse racing, and we're going to come back and play the next test without any practice, and this is where we're going to play. But so far, last 30 test matches, what is it? Won 14, lost 14, and only drawn 2. It's not good enough. Let's be honest. We never get to a World Test Championship final, and I think it's going to be judged now purely on this series because we should have beat India. Let's be straight about this. India were missing their 4 best players. No Kohli, no Sharma, no Shami, and no Ashwin. That's 4 massive players missing for them. We didn't win that series. Now we're coming out here and we're 2-0 down. So I think it's going to be judged, no matter where you are, it's going to be judged on this series. Now, if we come back into it and make history and win the first test series from 2-0 down since Bradman in 36, 37 or whatever, wow, well, we'll all be saying, keep going, let's keep going. But if we lose again and we've lost the Ashes after 3 tests and it's like, then don't matter what happens next, I think there'll be a total change and it'll change its mentality. And it'll be somewhere in the middle, which I think's the right way for me. Somewhere in the middle. So not the Silverwood era, not the McCullum era. Somewhere in the middle, common sense, where a bit of cricketing intelligence comes into play, might be the ideal where we should be.
Is there an obvious coach around who could do that?
I have no idea on the coach. Whatever, like I say, they'd have to go down. If it's a total change, there'd be a director of cricket, there'd be a selector, there'd be a coach, there'd be assistant coaches. The only one who's 100% survives is the captain, Stokes. There's no one to take over. Harry Brook is not ready to take over yet. He needs to mature his game. Ben Stokes, I think, has proven to be a good leader. He criticises himself as well in all this. He knows he expects better. And I think he will survive this no matter what. If he wants to, I think he'll offer to step down if they lose it. But I think he survives. Whoever takes over should keep him as their skipper. I think he's a good leader.
Now, this text says I finished second behind Devon Malcolm in the Great North Run in 1992. Thank you. Hey, Goughy, it's always good to see you. It's so lovely to see you, my friend. And thank you so much for coming on, pal.
Pleasure, guys. Loved it.
Darren Gough there. All the reaction, of course, on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel and the following on podcast.